What's going on, YouTube? Ice Nation here. Iceman with Ice Nation Gaming, I should say. Sorry about that. Today we're going to actually be talking about how to build and tune a drag racing car in Forza Horizon 4. I've seen a lot of people V12 swapping and putting all-wheel drive in and thinking it's fast. Yes, it's fast, but if you're trying to actually tune a drag racing car that a lot of people that would actually understand, like realistically drag racing cars, V8s. And whatever stock engine comes in the car with tuning. I've actually had quite a bit of my V8 cars be faster than the V12 cars, just off of tuning alone. And I'll let you guys in the biggest secret right up front. It's not always how much power and just how much horsepower you have. A lot of the time it's the suspension that makes the car fast. So we're going to actually go in and I'll show you the base suspension tune here, or the base tune in general. This car is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. It's $110,000 in the auto show, I believe. And I swapped it over to the 6.2 liter V8 and put twin turbos on it, and then I fully built it. I didn't put a roll cage in it, and I think it's the only thing I didn't do. Everything else is maxed out. It's on drag tires, and then a set of weld drag racing rims. So if you guys want to mimic this car, you guys can. I can put the tune. I'm actually going to post the tune up as well at the end of this video. I'll go ahead and post the tune up so you guys can download the tune if you guys like to. But I'll just get started with what we did here to the car. So right up front, we have 35 for the front tire pressure. We have 28.5 for the rear. Gearing, haven't touched this. This is the stock racing transmission gear ratio for this car. I'll get more into that here in just a second when we're actually driving the car. You'll understand a little bit more as I show you guys the way I tweak. So alignment, zeroed everything out, and then the front caster angle is set to 6.5%. Oh, also put on rally springs. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me. Rally springs are the way for drag racing. I know how to make the cars sticky and handle a lot, like not handle a lot better, but launch a lot better. Race suspension can still work, but the rally suspension is just a lot better. Anti-roll bars didn't touch. That's just the stock anti-roll bars. Springs in the front, you're going to go more stiff. Okay, so I did for this car, I did 612. Just kind of testing. I can tweak it a little bit more as I go, but just as this is, like I said, a rough tune. The rear, you drop them almost all the way down. Give them still a little bit of stiffness to them, so like 200-ish is where I normally leave them, and then I leave the ride height alone, all the way up. So dampening, and then it's going to be vice versa. You're going to drop the front dampening all the way soft, and the rear you're going to almost all the way stiff. So I did 1.5 and 9.0, and then 1.5 and 9.0. Aero, there's no aero on this car, didn't do that, so it's locked still. Braking force, I just turned that down because of brake boosting. So I turn it down so it's a little bit easier to brake boost with the car. I'll explain brake boosting once we get actually driving the vehicle. It's a lot easier to explain then. And the differential, 100%, 100%. You want this basically to be locked. So I'll go ahead and show you how the car handles now and what I mean by brake boosting. So brake boosting is like one of the easiest ways to get an advantage over the person next to you, because a lot of people don't actually know what it is or how to do it. A lot of the time I'll be sitting there trying to race somebody and I'll just hear this. They'll just sit there and they'll bounce it off the rev limiter and then watch. They'll spin tires and they don't get as good of a launch because they're sitting there spinning. Spinning is losing. So I will show you guys how to brake boost. So with me, I drive manual clutch. Pretty sure just with regular manual, you can just hold the brake and then lean into the throttle a little bit and it'll build up. And what you're looking for is just that build up. Okay, so right now you see how we're kind of hovering right under the 2,000 RPM there. That's technically brake boosted. So you're making power right now, spooling the turbo. So you're going to launch with a little more oomph than just sitting there and then hitting the gas. So I'll also show you here when you let go of the brake. I'll show you here. Let go of the brake, and the car doesn't spin. Just a little chirp when we change gears. That's brake boosting. So when I say brake boost the car, that's what I mean by brake boost the car. You can also do it while driving. I'll explain that a little bit more. If you guys want to see a roll racing video, just let me know. I'll teach you guys how to brake boost while roll racing, how to tune for roll racing and stuff like that on the highway. That way you can start beating your friends more. Get turned around really quick here. And now what you can do with manual with clutch is when you start brake boosting, there we are, sitting right around the 2,000% there, trying to get a spot so you guys can see it better. There on the car, sitting right under 2,000% or 2,000 RPM. So you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the clutch a little bit, and you're gonna let off the brake just a touch. See how now we're a little bit over 2,000? Do it again. Just kind of tap the brakes a little bit. Now we're right up under 3. So what you want to do is you want to sit there and you want to bounce it a little bit. So now we're going to try 3,000 RPM when the light goes green, and we're going to see what happens. No wheel spin. And a little bit, that's a little more turbo boost you're making, a little more power that you're making right away. So you want to basically do that until you find the breaking point. And by breaking point, what I mean is till the wheels start spinning. So you want to find that power, the highest amount of power that you can put to the ground efficiently without spinning tires. And don't be mad, it takes a little bit to get used to brake boost. And I don't know if you can brake boost and actually build up the boost without having the manual with clutch on. I always drive manual with clutch, so you guys might have to switch over to manual clutch when you want to drag race to be more efficient at doing it. So we'll go ahead and build back into boost. We're going to bounce it back up. We were like right under 3, and we saw we're still good. Now we're like right around 4, 4.5. We're going to see what happens. All right, and there we go. Now, you guys didn't really get to see it, but you guys could hear it. The wheels started spinning. So now we know at 4,500 RPMs, the car makes too much power and it can't handle that much power, so it starts spinning the wheels, which we don't want to do. So what you can do is, with this car, you don't really need to. Other cars, you might have to. So if you have any issues with other cars, just drop them in the comments, and I'll make a tune for them real quick, and I can kind of coach you through it and the ways of how I would tune for the boost. I'm okay with that 3,000 to 4,000 RPM area to leave at, because that's right in the power band where we want to be. So I'm not really going to mess with it too much. All I know for a fact that I want to do is I'm not going to touch first gear and I'm not going to touch final drive, because I know where that car is launching at now, where I can get away with how much power. So I'm going to drop second down a little bit, and I'm going to drop third down a little bit. And now you're probably wondering, why am I doing that? I'm doing that because I want that car to stay in the power band longer. So a lot of the top speed drag cars that you guys see on YouTube and TV and stuff like that, they're only running a power glide setup, which is 2 gears. So they stay in that power band for as long as they can. They keep the most turbo pressure, or the most boost at the time, keeping as much horsepower moving as they can. So kind of the same way here. Forza is only so realistic with that, so it takes a little bit. So I dropped those gears down, keeping that power band. So I dropped it down to 176, 126, and then fourth is 108. We're going to test that and see if it gets us down to the end there. So we can go right back into boost, bump it up here, 3,500, and then we're going to leave. A little bit of wheel spin, that was okay. I would consider that access, and it's going to keep us right in that power band. And what we're going to see is we get right to the line, right at the top of fourth gear, is what normally I like. You can stretch them out a little bit longer if you feel like you want just a little more. Normally, I only build dig cars for this quarter mile here. So with that said, I mean, I wouldn't mess with it any more than that, unless when you start racing more people, you can realize, hey, my car is losing power. In second gear, when I go to shift, that's when they pass me a little bit. Or third, they're starting to pull on me just a little bit. So you could shorten that gear just a little bit. You could lengthen the previous gear just a little bit to give you a little more power. Basically, you want to shift after them, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not describing this very helpfully. Super helpful, I mean. See the best way. I need another person to do the video like this with, but basically that's going to wrap up this tune for you guys. I'm going to post it. It's a great tune so far. Any comments like that, I'm more than willing to help you guys tune cars. Just drop the car, what you're having an issue with, what it's doing, and we can get into a party sometime together, or I can comment back after I build the car on YouTube for you guys, and then we can go from there and help you build that car. Some cars in Forza are broken. I'll be frank right now. Certain cars in this game are broken. They're just faster for no real reason. So don't be mad if your car gets beat by, it seems like the same car every time. Sometimes there's certain cars, like Forza Motorsport 4 was like the 2002 Camaro. Same in Forza Motorsport 5, the 2002 Camaro was just stupid fast for no real reason. The Holden, let me see what that car is right now. Pretty sure it's a Holden. Trying to just think in my head really quick. I'll show you guys what it is. Sorry, it's not. It's a Vauxhall. This car right here, this I can't even say that for some reason. The Murano, for whatever reason in this game, is stupid fast. It's an A-class car, right? 900 horsepower. It'll do over 250 miles an hour. There's a bug with it for whatever reason. It's just fast. So don't beat yourself up if the car that you build isn't as fast for whatever reason. Like I said, certain cars are just broken in the game. So, but yeah, I feel like I drug this way out, guys. I'm sorry. I might cut some of this out. I might not. If you guys like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. New here, still nervous, trying to figure out the best way of doing these videos without just kind of rambling on too much, but I feel like I did that in this video. Hope this helped you guys. Like I said, if you guys have any comments, just drop them in the comment section here, and I'm more than willing to help you guys whenever I can. Awesome. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.